Hi, I'm Peter, Courier Driver, and in this video we're going to look at the 10 things that you can do to reduce your running expenses, because the cost of living at the moment with diesel and all that kind of stuff is very, very high. So anything you can do to save yourself a bit of money, I'm sure it's going to be appreciated. Before we go on, if you like these kind of videos, if you could do us a favour, hit the subscribe, hit the bell, hit the thumbs up. It's all massively appreciated. So yeah, without further ado, let's go on to the 10 things that you can do to reduce your fuel costs. Number 1, take it easy on the accelerator. As a van driver, we have a tendency to fly around absolutely everywhere. You think, I've got to get there as quickly as possible, got to get it off. You're going like that. If you're going up the motorway and you're doing 70, the difference between 62 and 70 on your rev counter is the difference between 2,000 and 3,000 revs. So if you're going 60, your engine's going 2,000 revs a minute. If you're going 70, it's going 3,000 revs a minute, which means your engine is working half as much as hard again for an extra 10 miles an hour. It's not worth it. You're doing more diesel, you're doing wear and tear on the engine. It's just not worth the extra grief. You want to sort of try and stick to these kind of things. Also, don't drive around like James Bond. That's not the idea, you know. Does that 10,000 revs at 10 miles per hour gains you 10,000 revs less? And it's not just the engine, it's all the rings, and it's the oil you're going through, and it's the filters, because everything in the engine is working much harder. So you want to slow down just a little bit. It won't make that much difference on your day, but it will make a difference on your fuel bill. Number 2 is a very important one. Plan your trips efficiently. Don't go here, there and everywhere unnecessarily. Don't go, well, I've got to drop in Stevenage. You don't do that thing that I've done before when I've been doing the parcel force, where I've dropped off to like a shop and then I've gone and I've delivered like another 5 or 6 drops, and then at the next drop I've gone and I've dropped a drop across the road from the shop. I'm thinking to myself, I was here 10 minutes ago. I could have gone boom, boom. This is why you need an effective route planner. This is why Circuit is the one I recommend is the best. It gets the parcels in quickly, which saves you time, and it's a very, very effective route planner. It integrates with Waze, it integrates with Google Maps. It's the way forward. It will save you time, it will save you money. Number 3, ditch any unnecessary weight. Have a look around your van, see what you've got that you never use. I've got a toolkit in the back, I've got a hammer, I've got a drill, I've got a chisel, all sorts of stuff in the back. Have a look, see what you don't need. Have a look in the front. What have I got in front? I've got my spare boots, my spare coat, my spare this, my spare that. Never use it. Anything that's on that van that you don't use, get it off. This will save you 2 things. Firstly, it will save you mucking around trying to get stuff out of the way when you're loading and unloading. Oh, I'll just move that out of the way. I'll just put that back in. I'll just load that out of the way, you know, sort of, put that back in. And secondly, weight will affect the amount of diesel you use. I know this. I'm now an 18 tonne. The heavier the vehicle, the heavier the load, the more diesel you're going to go through. So keep your van as light as you possibly can. Number 4, check your tyre pressure. And that doesn't just go for the tyres, that goes for everything. You want it as maintained as possible. You want the tyres full, you want the springs done, you want everything done. If that van is working in tip-top condition, it's not actually primo, then it will be running at its most efficient. If it's running at its most efficient, even down to, I mean, you can even go and get the engine done properly, so you can actually get it sort of all synced up and all that kind of stuff. If it's running its most efficient, it will use the least fuel. So you want to, maintain the vehicle, keep that one going, Number 5, switch off the aircon. If you've got air conditioning, that's expensive. Because again, for the lorry or the van to work the air conditioning, the engine is working that much harder because the engine is pumping the coolant around the system. So if the engine is pumping the coolant around the system, the engine is running faster. If the engine is running faster, you're using more fuel. It's that straightforward. Number 6, keep the windows closed. So I used to make a joke about the air conditioning. People say to me, have I got air conditioning in my vehicle? I say yes. If I want it on half, I wind down one window. If I want it on full, I wind down both. But that is exactly how I work. But the problem you've got is if you wind the windows down, you're creating drag. So as you're driving along, the air is coming in and it's coming into the cab and it's hitting the back, and that's slowing the vehicle down. Again, any kind of wind resistance, anything like this is going to create drag. And this also goes for if you've got a Luton with a square at the top, fit a wind deflector. Try to get the vehicle as straight. If you've got bits sticking out here and everywhere, if you've got, I don't know, teddy bears stuck on, if you've got bits on the side, get rid of them. You want it as smooth and as aerodynamic as possible. The way it's designed, that's why they design these vehicles this way, because it will minimize the amount of fuel and stuff that you need to use. Change gear earlier. It's all about the revs. As I've said at the beginning, if you're up to 3,000 revs because you're going 70 rather than 2,000 revs because you're going 60, you're doing half as much again. If you're, okay, there's more torque, there's more power, there's more control, but if you can read the road, that's fine, and we'll come to that. If you come out to a roundabout, read the road. Change down, change up, or you know, or when you're pulling away rather, change up quicker. No, smooth driving, nice early changes. A lot of the modern vans, a lot of the modern vehicles have actually got bits where they recommend where you change. But to be honest with you, as a driver, you should kind of know this stuff. Listen to your engine. An earlier change will save you money. Number 8. There's a couple of, now this is coming out of the stuff that we were taught. Slipstreaming. This is something you can do as a lorry driver, you can do it as a van driver, you can use the lorries. Which you've got to bear in mind the fact that if you're driving and the road in front of you is clear, you're getting wind resistance going all the way through. But if there's a vehicle in front of you, and it's why you see a lot of trucks all on the inside lane all doing 56, because there are slipstreaming. So all you need to do is tuck yourself in behind a vehicle in front, hopefully a vehicle the same size or bigger size than you, and then that vehicle is taking the wind resistance off of you. So he's fighting the wind, but the wind is then coming over the top of him and over the top of you. This is less aggravation or less sort of work on the engine, and also it's going to reduce your fuel consumption because you're not fighting the wind. Number 9, coasting. As I said earlier on, you want to drive at a normal rate. The RAC recommend cruise control. Some people say it's cruise control bad. They say because an engine running at a regular speed, driving the same speed all the time, is very efficient. Also coasting. If you come in, you've got to look to the road ahead. You've got your cricket pitch vision, which is looking in front of you. Read the road ahead. If it turns out that there's kind of like a hill or an open road, ease off the accelerator. Let the hill do the work for the van. You're still in gear, you're still on the steering wheel, you've still got your brakes, you're still in control. But read the road ahead. Similarly, if you're looking up ahead and there's like, you can see cars starting to park up and you go, looks like temporary traffic lights to me. Take your foot off the accelerator. There's no point in flying up there at 40 miles an hour and then braking at the last minute. You're going to do excess brakes, you're doing excess fuel, and you're not going to get anywhere any quicker because you're still going to stop. Just take your foot off the accelerator, let coast. Just let the natural momentum of the vehicle take you up to the lights, and then brake gently to get up the lights. You will save energy, you will save fuel. And number 10, increase the size of your bubble. The bubble is the distance between you and the car in front. So, okay, well, if you're slipstreaming, you probably want your 2-second rule, maybe a little bit more. If you're not slipstreaming, leave a nice big space in front of you, and that way you've got time to anticipate. So that way, if the car in front brakes suddenly, rather than you having to slam on your brakes, you're doing your brakes, you're doing your fuel, you can just ease off the accelerator, let the vehicle slow down on its own momentum, and then when you all pull off again, nice big bubble again. So there are 10 things you can do there which can increase your fuel efficiency, and at these times I think they're necessary. So right, so that's a little one there, just a little video. Hope you like them. If you do like them, if you could do us a favour, please hit the like button, the bell, the subscribe, the thumbs up. It is appreciated. And there's more videos also on my own channel, Pete the Courier Driver, which is over on YouTube if you're interested. All these things are all designed to help you. And also, if you've got any comments, any things that I missed out, any things you think you're wrong, if you could please leave them in the comments, and we'd like to get back to you because we're just trying to help people here. So we're trying to help you all. Take care, take money.